everyone, Michelle here from Scrappy Soul Sister. Thank you for joining me today on my channel. I am working on a layout for the Iron Crafters Challenge. So Iron Crafters is a hop that takes place every third Friday of the month. If you are interested in joining in, you can do that through the Paper Snob community on Facebook, and you'll find in my description the playlist so you can see all of the other talented creators who are participating. Now, the challenge ingredient this month is washi tape, and so I have a bunch of washi tape. In fact, here is a picture of my collection. I'll put it on the screen. And really, at this point, it is just something that sits on my counter and looks pretty because I do such an awful job at using it. Most of them are like sticking together. And so to avoid frustration, I knew I had some washi sheets in this Wanderlust collection. And so I am going to use that. I do have some 49 and Market stamps as well that are hopefully not going to be difficult to use. I'm already like having a hard time peeling it. And then I am using this picture of my niece, Claire. Now she is still in Kenya as we speak. She's done a great job of posting pictures for her family and WhatsApp, and so I grabbed this picture from her. This is Claire, and this is her new friend Carlota from Spain, and they met through a volunteer program there in Kenya, and they escaped to the beach for a few days. And so this is actually, I had to look it up, so this is a sunrise picture because they're on the east coast of Africa. And so I'm using the Wanderlust collection like I mentioned. I think I'm going to use distress paints on this layout as well, and I need to go through and swatch my paints, and so that might be my other task for today, because I went to see like what colors I had that matched this collection and realized I didn't have any swatches, and so I'm just going off the colors of the bottles. I'm not sure I'm going to use all these colors, but these are the ones that look like they might work. Obviously, picket fence white, I have frayed burlap, speckled egg, and tarnished brass. I am going to put their picture in one of these frames. So once I go ahead and do the mixed media, I'll see what color will work the best. And I thought I would just, let me grab some white cardstock here. Now this is just a heavyweight white cardstock. This is, what is it called? I should just have the name of this cardstock written in front of me. I think it's Harmony Hues, and I'm doing an awful job of tearing it, but I think I'm going to just have a strip come down this way, like something like that. And I'll go ahead and adhere this. So it'll be something like that, just to give their picture something to sit on. I'll go ahead and adhere it. I'll cover the whole thing. So it'll be something like that. I might add another strip down in here as well, because I see I can move over a little bit. I just want to make sure that I don't mess up anything that will cover the continent of Africa and still give me a little bit of playroom, because I'd like, even if this came all the way over here, then I could do some mixed media, but then that would give me some space to do some rub-ons, etc. So that is my plan. So let's see what we come up with. So here is the background I am using, and I have gone ahead and worn some strips, and I'm just going to layer them. Now, most of this is going to be covered up with paint, but some of the white will shine through. And now is when we get into true confessions, because I really messed up the recording of the mixed media portion of this process. But before we get into that, I am using some washi tape here. So I decided I'm just going to use this polka dot in between some of my layers just to see how it uh, works with the paint. I haven't used washi tape and paint together, and paint really does stick to it. I tried to take baby wipe and see if I could lift any of it, and you cannot. So it just is a little accent underneath the mixed media I am going to do. I am not 100% sure what areas I am going to use mixed media on, so I'm just going to cover my whole layout with clear gesso just to be safe. Then I'm going to put this aside to dry, and that's where my troubles are going to start coming into play. So here in a few minutes, I'm going to come live on the video and show you my layout. Because as you can see, I have um, done almost all of the mixed media off camera. So I use my phone, and sometimes it like the motion will make it start, and then when I go to turn it on, I'm really turning it off. So I think I really just need to go to a camera setup. So if anyone has any ideas of cameras that they use for their filming process, I would love your suggestions. And so when I come on live, I'm going to talk through a lot of what I have done that you're seeing here on the background, but I am going to use some watercolor. Now, these are Tim Holtz watercolor pencils that I have put into uh, um, this palette. And so I'm just going to use Mermaid Lagoon. No, I think it's peacock feathers. Peacock feathers and a little bit of speckled egg on some of my stenciled globe there, just to knock back some of the white. I want some white, but I don't want a crazy amount of white. So I'm going to add just a little bit of water so there aren't any paintbrush lines. And then I'm going to come back with Rusty Hinge, and I'm going to add some color along my tear lines there. And I think this is the last little bit I'm going to show you in action. The rest will be a bit of a talk through of the layout. All right, everyone. So here is my completed layout. Again, my apologies for my filming issues. And I hate to put out videos that are somewhat that don't show the whole process. But I will say, you know, when I'm doing a bunch of layers, lots of times it's either hard to remember to film because I just jump right into it, or the turning off, turning on. Like I said earlier, I am doing the opposite of what I should. So I really just need to invest in a camera. But here we are. So let's talk through this background a bit. You might have seen, so you saw it without the embellishments and such on the video. So how I got it from white to this was using my paints. And so the first thing I used was the tarnished brass with my sea sponge. And I just did that kind of in this kind of a pattern. You can see the kind of splotchies here for that. You can see a little bit of the washi tape there that I used. So the washi tape here, here, and then here you can see it. It does blend in really well. And so after the blue, or I'm sorry, after the brass, I did the speckled egg. And to get it a little bit closer to this color, I just added a drop of Mermaid Lagoon, and a drop of peeled paint to it. And I did the same process with my sea sponge, but I kept it in a smaller diamond pattern than the brass. And then finally, for the paint, I did picket fence. And with the picket fence, I just took it through this stencil in spots. And so the white that you can see either is from the cardstock or this stencil here. You can see the little ring, see little squares through here. And so that was most of the painted background. I did do some stencils with texture paste, but before I did that, I wanted just a little bit of Kenya on here. I knew I wasn't going to have the title be Kenya because I really wanted to use Grateful Traveler. This does not want to stick. And so I used Scorched Timber, and then this alphabet stamp. And so this is the first generation, then I stamped it up here, and in second generation. And like I said, I just wanted it to kind of be part of the design. I didn't want it to be the actual title. And so that is the stamping I did. And then for the texture paste, I have two different stencils of globes, a large one here, and this one I believe is Bramble Fox. And then this smaller one, it might be Vicky Bouton, but I suspect it is Pear Tree Cut Files. So I used those two. I just did it with my Light and Fluffy modeling paste. I did add some white paint to my modeling paint just so it would be truly white. But then it was so white, it felt like it was too white. And so that's when I painted with that watercolor pencil palette that I mentioned in the video. So that is primarily the mixed media portion of the layout. And so then I went on to rub-ons. I added a little bit of rub-on here and a little bit of rub-on here, this Wild and Free rub-on over here. And then from there, I went to embellishments. And so obviously the washi tape was important to use. So I used a little bit of the globe washi tape here. And then this, it doesn't matter where you are going, it matters who is beside you, is one of the washi tape strips from this collection on the sheet. So I just backed it on white and then used it as part of my cluster down here. Now, after I did all the embellishment, all of that, I felt like I wanted a dark edge of some sort here. I wouldn't have minded doing one here too, but I had already used half of my other strip of this. And so I used this luggage with the studs. And I really like how that turns out. And so that is my washi tape elements. Other than that, I just built these two little clusters. Now I did get some white paint on here because I forgot to cover it when I was doing my splatters, and I tried to wipe it off, which made it worse. So I might replace this guy. This one I managed to cover after I saw what happened up here. And so I built my cluster on this frame. I like to have something to kind of hold everything together. I added some flowers to add just a little bit of lightness. My globe, my compass, my camera, a little hat over here, and then Go See Do, and then similar items down here. There is a frame under there as well, a map, a globe, layered with flowers and tickets, and then a little coffee mug, since this is a sunrise picture, adventure, bon voyage. And so those are how I finished my embellishments. I really, really like how this layout came out. It says Africa Adventure to me. I know it's a lot, but hopefully it's a lot in a good way. And it was really fun making the background. And so if you don't have paints, you know, don't be afraid to grab a few colors here and there to play with. I will say, you know, they tend to maybe dry out sooner than some other mediums, so keep that in mind. But if you'll use them, or if you do get them, just challenge yourself to use them. And thank you for putting up with me on this video. Let me know in the comments, would you rather not? I went back and forth on whether I wanted to put out a video at all. So let me know if you, videos that are not perfect, if you still want to see them, if you like the content, all that kind of jazz. I'd love to hear your comments and feedback. So thanks again. Be sure to check out the creators in the description. They're all very talented and lots of different perspectives. And thank you for joining me. And here are some close-ups.